is cool. If you look down the line, you got some pretty cool YouTubers. Directly in front of me is musician.mtb. In front of him is RideLabs, really popular out of Utah, Salt Lake. And then Nate from Bike Sleep Repeat, just in front of him. Phew!
Careful, Trenton!
My wife always pokes her head in my little studio room.
Keep her out of your studio.
Are you talking to your imaginary friends again? I said, they're not, they're called subscribers.
They're
she goes,
real people.
She goes, but you don't have any.
You don't have any.
First up is Nate from Bike Sleep Repeat. You've all seen his riding, his smooth, fast, clean style, which actually just gets better and better as we ride. He has progressed so much in 2019. I almost can't keep up with him. Actually, I can't keep up with him. A lot of fun though. Now directly in front of me is Eric from RideLabs. Eric is a pretty successful YouTuber. He's actually going to crack 2,000 subscribers here soon. Some people say, how do you become successful? How do you get that many subscribers? Well, look at him ride. I mean, he's already lost me and we've just been riding 30 seconds. He's taken this technical section, which is actually really difficult, and he's never ridden it before, and he's just flying down it with ease. So not only is he a great rider, he's a great person. Had a lot of fun riding with him. His two boys were with us as well, Nate and Trenton, and it was great to see the way he interacted with them and encouraged them to try really hard trails, and they did it. It was a lot of fun to watch. So kudos to you, Eric. Nice job. So if you've never ridden Church Rocks, it's actually a lot of fun. It's the first trail in St. George area to dry out after a rain, and it's got a combination of single track and slick rock, and there's many different ways to go up. This is the climb to get toward the top. This is just the first of two pretty big climbs, and then the descents are well worth the effort.
Phew!
And here we have sending the steeps from the top is none other than Daniel from musician.mtb. So Daniel is a full-time music teacher, part-time bike mechanic, and YouTuber, and he's really close to cracking his first 100 subs. So please give him some subscriptions. His channel is great. He's got some great content, and he's a great rider.
Thank you, Eric from RideLabs, for providing me with this awesome follow cam.
But I call this the road to nowhere because once you get down to the bottom, there's nowhere to go but back up. It's a steep, high consequence section. It's pretty hard to find, but once you find it, you'll never forget it.
The disadvantage to taking a steep line that only goes one way is the climb back up. But this should give you a pretty good indication of just how steep that line is that we just rode.
Now it's my turn to return the favor. Eric's GoPro battery died, so I'm going to get behind him and do a little footage for him. So it's always fun to ride with guys that have never seen the trail before and see how they handle it. Like that little cool tail whip he just did. I've ridden this thing 50 times and I've never seen anybody do that. A lot of creativity, and you can see that these guys are all really fast. Hey man, I'm going at a pretty good clip, and these guys, most of them except for Nate, are riding it blind. And look how fast they're just kind of disappearing from me. I'll eventually catch them, but you know, it's always fun to watch others, good riders, ride and learn from them and kind of see what the capabilities are and what can and can't be done. So there's always hope that I get better.
Phew!
Now straight up ahead of me is Jeremy, and I don't know much about Jeremy. I wish I would have spent a little more time with him. I do know two things. He's not a YouTuber, and he has a really cool name on his Strava account, which is the Biking Viking. He's got a great handle, so if I were him, I'd start a YouTube channel. Heck, just based on the beard alone. this line that I'm on leads you to the bottom of Church Rocks, which is actually a really fun place to stop and progress. You know, so many times we get so busy on a ride that we just want to finish the lap. But I like to stop, and I was really happy that these guys feel the same way. You can see they're sessioning this little technical section. Other guys off to the left are doing drops. I'm practicing my drops with a little bit of a climb back up and to another drop. I mean, it's always about progressing and getting better and having fun. It was great to be with a group of guys that felt the same way. So far we've showed you a lot of the technical side of Church Rocks, but if you like fast, flowy single track, it's got that too.
This coming up section, I like to call the Need for Speed. I'm sure it has a real name, but I make things up as I go.
All right, let it go. Phew.
While this Church Rocks Prospector Trail system is really known more for its cross country, I think today's video should show you that there's a lot more of everything if you look for it. So we're about done with Church Rocks. Now I'm going to take these boys over for a special treat, which is a short little lap down Dino Cliffs, which has got a lot more technical, but just as much fun. So here we go. Quick climb up this hill and we'll be there. Now doesn't this just look like fun? Trust me, it is. I feel really lucky to live where I live. This is 5 minutes from my house. Pinch me. As I mentioned earlier, I really love it when somebody who's never ridden a trail takes command of it. I decided to pull back and get behind these guys to let them see what they can do, you know, kind of see how they handle something they've never seen before, and they really love this trail. Nate had to leave, he had a meeting, so it's just 3 YouTubers now, but we're still having fun without you, Nate. This is what you missed.
Nice.
Okay, RideLabs, you're right in front of me. What's this? What do you call this move? I want to learn how to do it. What a sweet little tail whip slide. I don't know. Looks fun. So trying to be a good host, I took back the lead for a minute, mostly because there's some technical stuff coming up that I want to make sure I show them where it's at, but mainly because I was tired of being shown up on my home course by guys that never rode it before.
There's some good stuff here. Get ready. Phew. Yeah, baby. Woo. More technical left.
More technical left.
Well, that officially wraps up another episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. I know I had a great time. It was really good to meet guys like Jeremy, Eric, Daniel, Trenton, and Nate. And of course, Nate from Bike Sleep Repeat. We sorry we missed you on this last end. We'll catch you soon. One quick reminder, like I always like to do, because it means a lot to me, to encourage you to get off the couch and get out and ride. RMBL, riding my best life.